Welcome back, and prepare to be bedazzled, because today we're going to be shedding light on how Jakks Pacific can aptly earn millions of dollars of additional sales revenue by producing Dragon Ball Z action figures. So why would it behoove Jakks Pacific to procure the Dragon Ball Z toy license and subsequently churn out high quality, meticulously detailed, robust, extraordinary, stupendous, remarkable action figures of Dragon Ball Z characters? Without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now. The Dragon Ball Z anime series is deemed to be a beloved, iconic, nostalgic, classic anime series that has been able to appease anime fans from around the world. Additionally, the Dragon Ball franchise is a lucrative, multi-billion-dollar franchise that continues to expand. The lore of the Dragon Ball franchise is not immutable. Will it perpetually expand? Who the shell knows? The future is enigmatic and obscured beyond a veil of time. The Dragon Ball franchise has a prodigious roster of characters, to say the least. Jakks Pacific can churn out Dragon Ball Z action figures that are subsumed under a 1/14 action figure scale. The Dragon Ball Z action figures churned out by Jakks Pacific can stand around 5 to 6 inches tall and can command reasonable price points at around $10 per figure. Jakks Pacific can produce high quality, meticulously detailed, robust, extraordinary, stupendous action figures of Dragon Ball Z characters who emulate their anime counterparts in terms of their appearances. The Dragon Ball Z action figures can possess ample points of articulation so that they have latitude for dynamic posability. Avid, devout, hardcore, avowed Dragon Ball Z fans want to be able to pose their Dragon Ball Z action figures into nearly any pose that they can conceive of in the chasms of their minds. The Dragon Ball Z action figures can possess high quality sculpts, high quality aesthetics, high quality shadings, high quality textures, high quality details, and high quality accessories. Which characters can be subsumed under this Dragon Ball Z action figure line? Jakks Pacific can produce Shadow Dragon action figures, Frieza's Force members action figures, Cooler's Armor Squadron members action figures, Turles' Crusher Corps members action figures, Garlic Jr. Spiceman members action figures, Bojack's Galactic Warriors action figures, Team Bardock's crew member action figures, the Saiyan Army Elise action figures, Ginyu Force members action figures, a Zordon action figure, Dodori action figure, a Kui action figure, a Paragus action figure, a Super Android 13 action figure, an Android 14 action figure, and an Android 15 action figure. Will an action figure of Vegeta's father be brought to fruition in the coming years? Who the show knows? The future is enigmatic and obscured beyond a veil of time. I'm just earnestly hoping that this sizable pent-up demand for high-quality, robust, meticulously detailed, extraordinary, stupendous, remarkable, stellar action figures of Dragon Ball Z characters can be assuaged. Jakks Pacific should procure the Dragon Ball Z toy license and subsequently churn out Dragon Ball Z action figures that are subsumed under a 1/14 action figure scale and that command reasonable price points at around $10 per figure. People want to be able to usher in more Dragon Ball Z action figures into their prodigious 5 to 7 inch action figure collections. The Dragon Ball franchise is not limited to action figures of Dragon Ball Z characters. Jakks Pacific can also produce action figures of Dragon Ball GT characters, Dragon Ball characters, and even of Dragon Ball Super characters, if they so choose to do so. Will Dragon Ball Z fans be appeased by having Jakks Pacific expand upon their 5-inch Dragon Ball Z action figure line? They more than likely will be eminently appeased if Jakks Pacific were to procure the Dragon Ball Z toy license and subsequently bring more high-quality Dragon Ball Z action figures to fruition. Will this transpire in the pending future? I earnestly hope that more action figures of Dragon Ball characters, Dragon Ball Z characters, Dragon Ball Super characters, and Dragon Ball GT characters are released. I hope that you deem this video to be insightful, riveting, mesmerizing, captivating, engrossing, enthralling, and informative. I hope that you were regaled, bedazzled, amused, fascinated, and entertained. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.